Good morning. West Coast Vape Expo is over already. I think that was a little hot. And we're home. I'm barely organized my stuff. We're going to do a slideshow, tell you all about it. We had a really good time. Come on back. It's VapeAM number, I think, 179 or something. Wow, Wednesday morning. Good morning. It's VapeAM. We're going to talk about the West Coast Vape Expo. We had a great time and we met a lot of nice people and had fun. Yeah. Good morning. The West Coast Vape Expo is over. You're tuned into vaping. You're tuned into VapeAM. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I want to say hi to all our new friends. Hi to all our old friends. We're live here twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a vape show. I went to West Coast Vape Expo this weekend. You know, we've been pushing it forever, ever since ever since December of last year, as you know. And I've got like a little slideshow for you. There was some drama. There was some weirdness, but mostly it was a really good time here in Seattle. It was right across the water in Bremerton, Washington. I can't seem to figure out how to dress myself. I burnt up my American Giant coat here. That was kind of funny. And we're all ready. Tell me how you are. This is a live show, but we're here on replay too. And at the end of the show, I'm going to give away a Revo tank and some of Van Gogh's new, not quite released Strala that I'll tell you about here in just a minute. So I'll tell you how to do that. But the way this show is structured, we're live for the entire thing, and there is a hangout at the end. And so stick around, and you can chat and just talk with us and hang out, and then the rest of it will be here in the beginning. I can see I got a little bit of color this weekend. I tried to wear sunblock as always, but I didn't get enough on my neck. Man, I have a lot of sunburn on my neck. Yikes! It was an extremely nice weekend in Bremerton. It was incredibly beautiful. You'll see some pictures. I want to say hi to James Rivera, say hi to Dude Mang, old vape guy Gary. Cosmic, great to see you. Cosmic seems like a new name. Hey, great to see you. Tom King, Jason Kennedy, love all you. Love everybody who came to the show. Thanks a lot. Wow, so I am super beat. You can hear that my voice is just coming back. And I just have a whole mess of crap sitting on the desk here to tell you about. Mainly juice and stuff. There wasn't tons of hardware at the show, but there was some cool hardware. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in. The show was great. Adam is the organizer of that place, and it was great. Adam Reed. Want to appreciate and say hi, and thanks to him. Thanks to Van Gogh Vapes for being the big sponsor of the entire show the entire time. They provided bags, juice, sponsorship. They had a big, huge spot right in the rotunda. And also iJoy, who was another, not quite the main sponsor, but the biggest sponsor besides Van Gogh. And they were great. They had a great booth. They sold out of everything that they had, and everyone loved that. It's actually the very first show that iJoy's done in the USA under the iJoy USA brand name. And that's so funny. Jeremy Fuchs asked it. That's so funny. That joke is funny. So we're going to talk about Marlow, the TVL douchebag who acted like a total dickhead during the show. And I'll tell you a really bad story about how he behaved and how embarrassed I am about him. The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Control Board came and tried to terrorize us and intimidate us. And that didn't work either. And they're going to be embarrassed about that. But everything went great. Kitsap County Fairground was happy. The mayor was happy. The fire chief was happy. The sheriff was happy. The organizers were happy. The management company was happy. Everybody was extremely happy. And I want to thank the Kitsap County Fairground, or I'm sorry, not Fairground. I'm so funny. The Kitsap County Convention Center, the new conference center, right there in the marina in Bremerton. It's absolutely beautiful. The people were incredibly professional. They cared about safety, and they helped us make it all perfectly good there. And I just couldn't have enjoyed working with them more. Actually, we actually had a actually fun time working with them, which isn't really always the case on these conventions. You usually don't actually like the people. It just all happens very well, usually. So where do we start? I've got a slideshow. I want you guys to shout out here and say hi in the audience if you're here. If you are on the replay, go ahead and shout out. Just chat just like you're chatting with any other live show, and that's fine. I reply to all these things within the first couple of weeks of the shows anyway. So let me show you a few things on my desk here. I have a slideshow to show you guys of all kinds of stuff, like a chronology and just a little bit of swag to show you. Probably the hottest gear of the con, since there really wasn't very much of it, was has to be the USV. What's it called? I wrote it down right here. The Mock-On Squonk. And the Mock-On Squonk is the one that has two 18650s and a Squonk bottle right in the middle. I didn't buy it because it's 18650, and that's so 2 years ago. But I sent them a message. Pretty soon they'll have 2700 mods in general, and then I'll be interested then for sure. Not interested in 18650 mods. I also bought another one of their mods that was 18650, and it's pretty cool. It's this ARC mod. It has a pretty bad chip. But the screen is cool and the mod is cool. Just bought it because it looked good, not because it's amazing. But it does look great. I'm vaping on Strawla, a new flavor from Van Gogh Vapes, which just sort of came. It is going to be released, I think, this month or next month. I'm not exactly sure. But this is a pet project from Sadiq over at Van Gogh Vapes, and it's basically like a strawberry, kiwi, blackberry, and it's got a new thing called Saskatoon berry, which is new to me. It says here watermelon, strawberry, kiwi, touch of blackberry, and Saskatoon. And Saskatoon berry, I don't know what that is, but this is really delicious. It gives it a little bit of a light nose taste. Anyway, I've been tanking it, and I've been dripping it right now. I'm dripping it. And the Revo tank, I'm giving away a bottle of this with it at the end of the thing. So I'm going to give away, like I said, a bottle of this and a Revo tank at the end of the show. And someone will do it. And that'll be on the replay, by the way. I'm not going to do that for the live show, unfortunately. I love you, we're live. But I have other gifts for the live people. If you're not on Discord, click on the Discord link in the bio or in the description down there. And you can join our Discord server, where another thing that I got at the show that I'm going to give away is I got well, not all, but I got a lot of the iJoy diamond tanks that they used for the judging. I'm going to put these. I have 12 of these. So I'm giving 11 of these away. And I'm going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, put as many spare coils as I can on them, and give those to people on the Discord server. So if you're not on Discord, it's too late now because these are all going to people who were members of the Discord server before I went to the show. Sorry. But join us on Discord. I do exclusive giveaways there in chat. I'm there all the time. So good news for y'all who are on Discord. 11 of you are going to win those tanks. And actually 10 because I promised one to Jeremy Fuchs anyway. So no big deal. Love all you. You guys are all great. Also, I got just tons and tons of other miscellaneous stuff. Soren came, and Soren gave away Soren drops to everybody who came. And that's cool. I got one of these and several extra Soren drop cartridges. These are the Vape Crusaders liquids that I have right here. These guys won 7 categories, including Best of Show, for this amazing, I'm going to look at the label, Goosers. These are all Nick salts, and they serve their Nick salts up in glass bottles. I had a cool conversation with Jason, the owner of well, I guess one of the 2 co-owners here of Vape Crusaders. He and his wife, Amber, are the ones who are in charge of all this and manage all this stuff. And they are fantastic. They're into advocacy. They're into safety. And I spoke to them. They said that they've had better results with glass bottles than with plastic bottles because these can shatter. And I'd be interested to know what all of you think too. This is something that I wasn't aware of. And it might, who knows? Anyway, so I love these guys. They're great. They're trying really hard. This stuff is absolutely amazing. All this stuff. And like I said, they won 7 categories for these things. And they gave me generously one of every single flavor that they won for, which is really cool. Milk and Money, meant to be Anoki Ice. That's a delicious iced tea. And Goosers, which is like a watermelon. Plus, I have more of their regular e-liquid line, which they also won for, sitting here in this little bag. Oh, so delicious. It's a cheesecake, strawberry. Found Art, another delicious one that they've got. And the bourbon whiskey tobacco also won. This is regular e-liquid, freebase liquid, and tobacco. It was actually Van Gogh Vapes who won the Nick Salt tobacco with the Tobacco Land VCT, which was really delicious. And Van Gogh Vapes also has new Nick Salts, which are just now being released as we speak. Cactus Django, Tobacco, International Delights. Really yummy. This is actually what's in my Soren drop right now. Coffee Delight Italian style. And there's also a new Cactus Django Chill, which is cool. It's like a slightly reformulated Cactus Django with a chill. So what we got to do, Brady McLeod says he's stuck on that VCT. Hey, Brady, he's here. Hey, Jason Kennedy. Hey, Dude Mang. Hey, Dr. Dolphy. Esteban Murillo, our friend from Costa Rica, my good friend. He's probably having a very nice day, but the weather's great. Keith Connor. Looks like we lost sound for a second there. Don't know what's going on. Hope that wasn't too bad. There's Juicy. Hey, Owen Ginter. What's going on? Great to see all y'all. So let's do like a little bit of a slideshow, shall we? I'll just show you guys what's up. Brady came to town, and he and his girlfriend Michelle were hanging out building with us the first day. That's us hanging out, walking around. Brady's building in the apartment here. We live here in Seattle, and they came and stayed overnight. Most of these are just me screwing around. Someone broke into one of our local restaurants. I take pictures of clothes, in case you guys don't know that. When we got coffee at the best place in Seattle, it's Cafe Vivace, which is great. More clothes. There's our ferry, 1220 to Chimicum. And there's Rob, Subum Sapper, Lee, Michelle on the right there, and Brady in the middle. And we were on our way to the con. Subum Sapper and Brady and I did a build table thing all day long. And it was pretty cool. There's Michelle. She was awesome. She came for the first day. Her brother came down. It was great to meet him. And that's our little selfie. Hey, hey, looking good. I posted some of these, but not all of them. This is us on the ferry leaving Seattle. That's Smith Tower that you see in the distance there. Beautiful Seattle, Washington. Unbelievable. You guys want to hear the movie?
This is a great view of the Space Needle right here, man.
Look at that downtown. We're making movies. We're making movies.
I'm making a panorama.
We're making movies. We're making movies.
I'm making a panorama.
So you probably heard that one twice. Check it out. We're on the ferry.
Ooh, on
This is
the way
amazing.
to the expo.
And there's our friend Vaping Politician from Phoenix Vapor. Brady is Brady McLeods with 1C on Instagram. There's Brady and Michelle on the ferry sideways. Fucker. That was a broken bottle. It came down and it got stuck right there. I was so irritated at that. So annoying. Anyway, we're on the ferry hanging out. Just look at that. It's incredible, really. And we're leaving. This is something my girlfriend sent me. It's hilarious. I found this on the deck. Anyone missing their IUD? Dawn is so funny. This is the wonderful iJoy. Half of the crowd from iJoy. This is Jade and Kim. And Jade and Kim are, Jade is actually the boss of iJoy USA, and Kim is one of her lieutenants who is in charge of social media. This is me with the Vape with Aloha crowd. We met Vape with Aloha, whom I love very much. All of those people are so fantastically nice. And I got to tell you guys, my biggest fear for all of this is forgetting people's names. And so you have to give me a break. That is on the left, my friends from Good Juice Vape, the ones I'm always telling you about, that have Letiza, the yummy cake. And that is Bree on the left, the manager of the store, and Paul, who does the hair trimming stuff, which I'm going to go out there and get my hair trimmed. Love them. That's Vape with Aloha crowd. This is us leaving on the ferry. That's amazing. That's just me hanging out. There's the boat we stayed on. We rented this boat right here. So check it out. We actually rented a boat. We rented a boat to stay in, a giant 140-foot boat with the nicest people ever. And it was absolutely fantastically nice. Here's the inside. Hey, Felix Hernandez, great to see you. Yeah, we stayed in a giant 130-foot boat or something, 120-foot boat. And it had the most amazingly kind people there. We were able to host people every night after the show. We invited people over to hang out and make a cookout and drink drinks. And the second night, on Saturday night, we had a very big crowd there, and it was fun all night long. We were there till probably 2 o'clock in the morning. I think everyone left around 1:30, and we were up till 2:30. Had a really nice time there. And I love the boat. That was called the MODOK. These are some of the iJoy tanks I'm giving away. This is Enoki Ice, the juice from Vape Crusaders. It's so delicious. It's like an iced tea. That right there is Amber from Vape Crusaders on the right, and on the left, I cannot remember that lady's name. And she was very nice, and she was there all weekend too, helping to answer questions about Vape Crusaders. And she was on the regular or the freebase nicotine side, and the Nick Salt side is the other side. That is the Hammer of God V4. I got it. Someone sent me a picture of that. That is our friend Tao from iJoy in the left there. Another one of their good lieutenants, and Kim right there who does social media. And Tao, I think, takes pictures. Pretty sure he's a photographer. There's me wearing my hat. There's Joe of All Vapes in the right there. We had him all weekend with us. There's Joe. Joe hanging out. That is Maui from iJoy, a really good friend of mine. We see these guys online all the time. It was the first time we met. It was really fun. That guy's a musician, and he's amazing. He loves all kinds of music, like me, lifelong musician. Great guy. There's a picture of me in my ARC that I just got. A whole bunch of iJoy tanks, like I said. Tons and tons of those. Let's get out of yesterday, shall we? Google Photos. All right. Yeah, here we are. We're at the show. We just arrived there. That's me and Brady and Michelle. Went to see iJoy. I'm just trying to give you guys a little summary here. This is us outside with Brady's friend, Phil, who had a great time. Here's Sadiq. Here's the boat bridge. This is nice. It's upside down. I didn't take a good video. There's Rob taking a video. I'm taking a video of him. There's us again. Here's us sitting on the table in the kitchen in the boat. The boat was so beautiful. It was giant. It had like 12 staterooms or 8 staterooms and would sleep 18 people or 20, even more. It was absolutely amazing. That is our buddy Nick from Vape with Aloha. There's Rob building. We sat there the entire time. This was fantastic. We totally, Rob and I, Subum Sapper, sat there for 2 days and had a build booth. Texas Tough sent a whole bunch of cotton. And let me thank Texas Tough out loud. She sent an enormous amount of cotton, and we were able to sit there and do builds for 2 days. And I could put all of them into the goodie bags with her card stapled. And after those, I kept a few and I handed them out separately. And I don't know what I did with them on the desk, but I'm almost completely out of Texas Tough. I've got like one little bag left. So we gave away a ton of that stuff, and we talked to people about what they were doing. We had a great time. We sat there for 8 hours a day. That's not true, not quite 8 hours. I think we sat there for 7.5 hours the first day. Vape with Aloha booth directly across from ours, which was really cool. There's me at the booth. There's me and Rob. There's an hour-long live video, which I'll post here to YouTube. Right, we were live. This is a whole mess of Dreamer mods, and I think that's someone's Switch, I think. There is, I want to say Gary. My biggest fear here, like I said, is forgetting names, but I want to say that guy's Gary. And if not, his name is Greg. And I love him. He says he's a lurker here. I told him next time he's watching to say hi. And I apologize this time. Chat in and say, no, my name is, you got it wrong, Juicy. Because he was a super nice guy. We had a great time sitting there talking about builds and doing a Rewict's his atomizer, and I really enjoy that a lot, and I appreciate him coming up and saying hi. Everybody who came up and said hi, I appreciate. They were selling iJoy stuff all weekend long, and Brady and Rob traded. So Brady wanted a white one, and Rob didn't really care. So Rob gave him his white one, and Brady traded him his Denver colored one. Music on the waterfront every night. That's really nice. More sitting around. This is the lady who owns the boat. And she is gonna, she is talking to us about making, I wonder if there's no sound on those things. She was talking to us about how she makes beautiful pancakes. Every morning we woke up and she made us eggs and waffles. Every morning. That boat was so nice to stay on. Here's a view off the back of it. That's us in the kitchen having breakfast. That's that cute kid playing with his dinosaur. This is Tyler, their little 5-year-old kid who's the coolest little kid I've ever seen. Rob and Nick. Nick is the new Van Gogh guy, and that's cool. They hired him. He is super cool. We took a couple of pictures before we went down the first day. Just hanging out. There's me just looking crazy. I'm looking cray. They had crab every time. How cool is that? Here's more of Kim. Kim and Jade. Me and Joe and Kim and Jade. I had to cut it up to post it because it looks better. There's the whole picture. There's Rob manning the booth right there. We were there for a long time. We must have done 85 builds on the first day. And then I ran out of cotton and we just talked to people. I did maybe 5 or 6 builds, maybe 5 builds the second day. There's Joe hanging out. Brady's in there. TVL douchebags in the background. This is what Jade got as instead of an apology for Marlow from TVL assaulting her. It was so frustrating. That little shit came up and was drunk as hell. Let me talk to you guys for a second about this. TVL, I don't know how TVL gets away with behaving this way. Marlow, TVL Mott's, the son of the people who run all that stuff, is a total douchebag asshole. He was drunk all day. I walked in at 8:30, talked to him, did some stuff, rode a scooter around a little bit, and he was lit up somehow. He wasn't quite blasted drunk, but he certainly wasn't sober at 8:30. I was. I couldn't. So I went and did my thing. Later that evening, Marlow and those guys had their microphones out going, hype, woohoo, douchebags, all day long. And we don't really do that in Seattle here, but they certainly do. And they were just making noise. And then around in the evening, probably 4:30, 5 o'clock, I saw him run and grab a duffel bags and carried them from the iJoy booth over he had stolen all of the iJoy gear, everything, all the broken gear, the display gear, the front gear, all their stuff, their personal items. He took everything from the iJoy booth, took it over to the TVL booth and started screaming, I sold iJoy out. And then when Jade went up and tried to get him to, give her personal stuff back or maybe pay for any of the things or something, he started grabbing her and wrestling with her. And she was like, no, don't do that. I'm a woman. Don't do that. You're bigger than I am. And he told her what his room number was. That's rapey. I was standing right there, 6 feet away from him. And all of our friends were standing up ready to go pound Marlow into a little pancake batter. But Jade looked at us. She can take care of herself. She's a grown woman. She said, no, I don't want to make a scene. This will be okay. And so he finally wore out and ran off. And then they traded her like some bullshit mods and a tiny amount of money for all that because they felt guilty. They didn't try to stop anything. Meanwhile, his parents were watching all this, looking sad, but they didn't stop him. I guess they don't know how to go up to their own son and stop him. What kind of fucking parents are you? And stop him from assaulting a woman in public? Is that what TVL does? TVL wants this to be okay? See, the West Coast Vape Expo is important this time. This time we're trying to prove to King County and to Kitsap County that we're not douches and that we're not going to behave like children and dumbasses if we try to help people quit smoking. This is about conversion of smokers to quitting and to Nick Saltz. and about trying to keep people off cigarettes. This isn't about trying to promote TVL's bullshit douchey brand. It is astonishing to me how, when asked for an apology, Marlow hid behind his mother. I'm not joking. He literally didn't say a word to her, and his mother had to escort her into the booth to get her personal items away because they were also creepy and unapologetic about it. So this is out of control. Fuck TVL through the mind. Marlow, you're on notice, man. Every time I see you in public, you do something humiliating. You say something weird. You do something completely inappropriate or illegal like me and all of us saw you do last Saturday. So that's it. You're on notice. You better either never show up to another show, or if I see you do this again, it's going to embarrass you, man. Because when I see you do stuff like that, it makes me want to hurt you. I'm never going to hurt you, but I'm going to embarrass you because I'm a grown-up. So no more of that. Don't want to see any more TVL, anything. Fuck that. Anyway, all we ever did during the show was we just told everyone that we liked our Dreamers better because they are better. Dreamers are way better. Anyway, TVL, fuck you. You're on notice. That's it. No more of that shit. I didn't like you before. And I at the last Vape Expo, I was pissed at you. And the one before, every time I see y'all, every time, I think, what a bunch of asshole douches. I wish they would just disappear forever. But you can't for some reason because you have lots of money. But I don't care about that at all. Not at all. I don't owe you anything. But you owe us some fucking respect. And you owe iJoy USA, the hardest working people in vaping, an apology. Okay, so moving beyond that, that was just some drama. It was the only drama all weekend. That's Amber again from Vape Crusaders. These guys were so great. I really am super excited. These, let me show you the table here real quick. These, that's our table. There's Joe and Nick and Rob manning it during one of the few moments I wasn't sitting on there. We got these really cool shirts. That one says A Song of Juice and Vapor. I got another really cool one here that's my Seattle Invasion with the West Coast Vape Expo shirt. But they were selling 3 of these, A Song of Juice and Vapor, I Vape and I Know Things, and one with Aria on it that is really cool too. I got one of each of those. And here's us hanging on the boat. There's Sadiq down there, me and Brady, and there is Josh from Vape with Aloha over there, one of the nicest people in the entire universe. That's our view at 9 o'clock every night on the boat. And we hung out here for, a lot of hours. That is my buddy, Vaping Ninja from Arlington, Texas. Hope I got that name right. But we're going to see him in September when I go down there. There is my Juicy Wicks hero shot. I didn't even have time to take pictures. We had so many builds we were doing constantly for hours, and it was totally awesome. I really had a great time. And we went to see, that's us on the way out. It's us leaving on the ferry. That's our boat, like we saw, coming back to Seattle. So that's the slideshow, basically. We can do a little bit more desk work here. But we really had a great time. We really had a great time. Oh, and David Harm says the TVL rules for being part of the TVL squad. You must represent TVL in a professional manner at all times. Well, Marlow, you're a douche. You're a sexist, rapey, asshole, drunken douche. Or at least that's what I saw every time. You've never said a nice word to me. You've never said a pleasant word to me. So you probably think you're too important to introduce yourself to anybody. That's the impression I got. And last time you were like a petulant child. It's like you're a baby who's never been told no by daddy. Well, I tell you, I know how to say no. I totally do. Anyway, so I'm not here to rag on them, but I am here to let all of you know that if you have TVL mods, throw them in the trash. Trade them for a Dreamer or something. Those people are scum, or at least Marlow is scum. I'm sure there's plenty of TVL people out there who are nice. And look what Marlow makes you look like. So you're associated with that douchebag. It's up to you to decide if you think it's okay or not me. So, but what iJoy did was, iJoy had tons of gear at the show. Tons and tons and tons of great gear at the show. These were selling like hotcakes. Oh, look who got a new diamond. Oh, Juicy got a new diamond. Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? And as a gift, this was hot. These are great. This is the Zenith 3, which I just did a review for iJoy last week. But anyway, they were selling these, and they were great. They had them in red. I have it in rainbow. This is a Zathog RDA that Brady sent me. Boom! And we're going to do an episode on this eventually, as soon as we can. But it's really silly and gigantic. And look, it fits on these 30s really easily. It actually has a little extra space in there. That's totally fine. These are all the winning juices from our friends over at Vape Crusaders, and I cannot wait to do a whole episode of this right here. Josh and Amber are the nicest people. I hope I got their names right. Jason and Amber, excuse me. Jason and Amber. Big Salts, the Strala. I also got stuff from the Vapor Chef, Cutting Edge Liquid. These are super nice people, and they're the ones that had the shirts for sale, and I appreciate those guys. Corey is the fellow that I talked to over there, and Corey at Vapor Chef. Hey, great to talk to you. Really had a good time talking to Big Salts and everything else, And you guys were nice people. I wish you guys had been able to make it to the boat after the show because we really had a good time over there. Also got some stuff from Keystone Vapor, which I'm not very familiar with, but it sounds good. And giveaways and all that. Aspire couldn't make it. Oh, also I bought one of these things. I bought a Luxottic NC, which I actually like believe it or not, I actually like my Zenith V3 better than this Luxottic NC, even though the Luxottic NC might be slightly more versatile. I don't know, not sure. Gingerbear likes that deck on his Athog. That's cool. You guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you're watching VapeAM. This is my recap of West Coast Vape Expo 2018. It's episode 179 of our show. All these shows come out of your support. Thanks to everybody who uses the super chat system and PayPal, me/juicyjones and HQ. And I just love all you guys. Thanks a lot. We're here twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. I just spent 4 days in beautiful sunny Bremerton, Washington, and I was just telling you guys all about it. I can't summarize all the summary right now if you just tuned in, but so you know, in a moment here, we're going to cut to a live hangout part, and I'm going to give away for the replay. Before we do that, a bottle of Strala, the new, almost released strawberry, kiwi, watermelon, blackberry, and Saskatoon berry from Van Gogh Vapes, along with a Revo tank, which I picked up at the show, and I have them. And don't forget to join us on Discord down there. In Discord, I do private chat, exclusive stuff, video tutorials with you. Anyway, it's great stuff. There's a link in the description. So all you have to do to win this is in the replay. Remember, y'all who are here live, you'll have to tune back in an hour or two after it posts and then make a comment. Just make a comment of what your favorite juice is. That's all I want to know. What is your favorite juice? Where do you buy it? Just tell me that. That's all you got to do. And I'll draw someone next week, and we'll give away a Revo and some Strala. A quick one. And we're going to do more giveaways and stuff, like I said, just like on the iJoy tanks and a bunch of other stuff. And I have some more Latita, one more set of Latita to give away to y'all, which I really love. So remember to share. Remember to click the thumbs up. I love all you. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. There was one more thing. We actually put look at that. We burnt through my sweater. We put my sweater, my expensive ass, amazing sweater that I wear every day here on VapeAM. Got burned to a crisp on halogen lamps. How about that, huh? Isn't that wild? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. Just another thing that happened this weekend. I love all you guys. I'm going to close out the live show. Don't go away, because if you're here live, stay. We're going to keep chatting, and I love all you guys. I'm just going to vape out right here. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, I'm back. I want to say a special thank you to the people at Vape with Aloha. Vape with Aloha are some of the nicest freaking people I've ever seen. And I got a few of the flavors. I got a three banger. And they're absolutely insanely good. Vape with Aloha, pineapple, Hawaiian sweet, and mellow. Yeah. This stuff is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I also got one more, which is a purple cheesecake. Not a cheesecake, but this is a taro. Oh, I wasn't showing you. I didn't realize the camera wasn't on. There's a taro. There's a pineapple. There's a mango. And that is a melon chill. These are really amazing, really delicious. And those are the nicest people. The nicest people. All those guys and gal, because his wife was there. All of you, I love all y'all. We had a great time talking to them. Saw them the next morning and everything. Taro, pineapple. This isn't all their flavors by any stretch. They have a lot. You guys go to Vape with Aloha e-liquids on Instagram. You'll love that. They're good. Yeah, that is good. So that was my time. So what'd you guys do this weekend? Ask me some more questions. Oh, vape politician at Phoenix Paper. He got the passion fruit. Yeah, the passion fruit. I forgot that one. I didn't pick that one up for some reason. I was trying to be nice and conservative. I didn't want to walk up to him and be like, "Hey, give me a full line of blah 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 blah," because I just had never met him before. And Dr. Dolphy just made a Mocha Deluxe. Ooh, Danish made. It sounds good. Oh, it's a brand, Crafted Mocha Deluxe. Don't forget that to win the replay, come back after the show and type in your favorite juice. But I want to know now too. That's all good. David Harms, it isn't a Hawaiian Pog. It's not orange guava. It's pineapple. It's not Pog. They probably make one, I'm guessing. That's mango that I have in my hand. This is just pineapple and a cream. It's like pineapple ice cream. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to do an episode on this. Oh, it's so good. So good. Yeah, we had a lot of time to hang out with them. They were super nice people. They came over to the boat afterwards and we stayed there. Van Gogh Vapes was absolutely fantastic. We had a great time. We had a great time on the boat with the people who were renting it to us. It was only a short walk away from the convention center. Vaping Politician, you can send all business requests to juicyjones@gmail.com. That's great. He was saying he needs to get my info and get some juice because they're going to do a booth next year. That's good. juicyjones@gmail.com, my friend. And it was great to meet you. We met him on the thing. I think I mentioned that earlier when he came in. It's good. And then Dr. Dolphy made a lemon marshmallow that needs to steep, but it's testing. It's good. That's cool. That sounds good. William Lingle, what are the chances of me coming to Miami this year? 0. Unfortunately, I have no money. But if we raise money, like if I get sponsored and someone takes me down there, tell me, William Lingle, what are the exact dates of that show and which show is it? And then what I'll do is I'll try to make a inquiry about trying to get someone else to pay for it. Maybe you could email me or just tell me. It'll probably take 30 seconds for it to catch up. I just pineappled up in my crazy Zathog. Put that pineapple in there. Rob Subum Sapper brought tons and tons of coils and used every single one of them. Oh my God, that guy was building. And it was so lame because he opened up a brand new purge mod. I've told y'all don't buy purge mods a million times. So he opened up a brand new purge mod. In the spring, the pin flew out, of course, and the magnet broke into 7 pieces right in front. Just collapsed, broken, dead magnet. Purge. The furthest distance in the continental U.S. is from Land's End. Land's End is a town in northwestern Washington where we have the radar, but we actually do have that. I think it's Burnaby. I'm pretty sure. Burnaby, Washington is way up here, and Miami is way down here, and that's the longest ride in the U.S. if you're on a motorcycle or whatever. I'm trying to get my hands right. But yeah, that is the longest one. It's actually not that expensive to fly to Florida. A couple of $100 if you get it in advance. Old vape guy Gary, Juicy, the Las Vegas Vape Expo, November 9th and 10th, is not the same organizers as WCVE, but that is going on, and I will be there. Those are completely different people from France. In fact, I was speaking to Adam from WCVE yesterday about that, and he doesn't know tons about them. We were just discussing it. They did pick the best time of year, though. The first weekend in November is the hottest con. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the iJoy booth. Rob Sobom Sapper will be there. Maybe Brady will be there. And we're going to do a build booth rep for iJoy and those guys. It's going to be pretty fun. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah, and Rob Lee had his debit card hacked out of the parking thing, and he had like a small health problem that turned out to be nothing, but it was just a thing. And so like every day Rob got punished by something. Everyone else was sailing around, getting up, drinking coffee, and like Rob had to deal with some drama. But we love Rob, and of course it didn't shake his commitment to having fun and hanging out, but he just had to deal with it, and it was just always something for him. None of it was under his control. We drove down to the ferry. He was right behind me. And we got separated in traffic, and we made the ferry and he didn't. I mean, when we went down there, he was literally right next to me, right behind us. And so it was hell for him. And so thanks, Rob. You're great. Old Vape Guy Gary's, I think Sunday is B2B day. I'm pretty sure Sunday for that one in November no. Saturday's B2B day. Sunday is open public. I'm almost sure Sunday is the open public day for that Las Vegas Expo. And if you come down to meet me, I'll get you into the vendor thing if I can. I may not be able to, but we'll find out beforehand. At the very least, you'll be able to hang out. We'll see. I have no idea because we'll be there. I may or may not be able to get passes, but we had to do it before. but if not, just Sunday for consumers, which I think is a little bit strange. A little bit strange. Yeah, we had a fantastic time. The love fest and the camaraderie between Van Gogh Vapes and iJoy and Vape with Aloha and Good Juice Vapes and Vape Crusaders and all of the other vendors. I'm only talking about the ones I could see with my eyeballs from my table, so I apologize. USV, everyone who was Shenzhen Vapor. I want to talk about Shenzhen Vapor. They were fantastic, and they had a really good placement, and Shenzhen was really good. They were really cool. And so I don't want to forget anybody. Like I said, my biggest fear is forgetting names and everything, and I know that I just can't name it. We had a fantastic time at the West Coast Vape Expo. It was absolutely insane. Vaping Politician at Phoenix Vapor. Yeah, I did talk to USV. And the cool scoop for my viewers who watched into the late thing is that USV purchased CKS. So in case you didn't know it, CKS, all those custom box colored stencil or artistic late stickers and graphics. I'm looking for the word graphics. I'm sorry. All those custom graphics and stuff are done by USV, and USV just bought the whole brand. So pretty soon here, CKS, all those are actually just full on USV now. So that's one of the reasons why I talked to him about one of these guys. And Vaping Politician says that they're bringing that Mach-On 3. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was probably the most interesting piece of hardware of the show. We covered about it in the beginning of the show. But like I said, I didn't buy one because it's 18650. I did send them an email saying, hey, let's talk about when you do start doing 2700s. I want to start helping you promote stuff. Not till then. Because it's yesterday's stuff. But the mod is kind of cool. I mean, I don't think it's the Jesus, the little walking Jesus mod that everyone seems to be acting like. I mean, it's just exactly what we've been saying somebody should do for years. We've been saying that. So someone finally did one, and it's very big and clumsy. So I'm expecting there to be kind of an improvement in the next 2 years. But it is cool that they really came to market with one of those things first. Nobody's done that before. And we've been saying for years that needed to be done. And especially for a whole year, because I don't have it on my desk, but the Capo Squawk could have been shaped that way. You know what I mean? iJoy could have taken a chance. And instead, USV did that. So USV is cool. That's pretty fun. I need to drip. Oh, that pineapple is yummy. I love that stuff. So I love all you guys. We're about 45 minutes into this. We're going to be doing about another 10 or 15 minutes. Let me just make sure what my timer's set. So don't screw anything. Yeah, we're about 40 minutes in. So we'll do another 10 minutes or so. Love all you guys. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. We're here every Saturday and every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And it's a vape show. We do reviews. We do breakdowns. I do unboxings. I show you how to build things. I'm an expert wicker. We look at hardware. We interview people. We get vapor stories. We do everything here. Twice a week, 3 years. My 3rd anniversary is coming up at the end of July. So around the 1st of August, I'm gonna get the Patreon set up, and we're gonna do a big giveaway. I'm gonna try to hit some sponsors. It's gonna be cool. I really appreciate the last 3 years you guys all spent with me. Without my vape fam, there wouldn't be any reason to do this. Getting free gear, getting free juice, all of that crap doesn't matter a freaking lick of shit to me. All I care about is our camaraderie, is understanding science and the merit of what these things are, and helping people quit smoking. And it's an exciting thing right now to quit smoking, because we talked with every single vendor, including Van Gogh Vapes and Shenzhen and Vape Crusaders, Vape with Aloha, all of them. Everyone agrees. It's a really Blue was there, and Blue didn't have a very satisfactory visit because they were restricted by the Liquor Control Board. But the Nick salts that are happening right now are making it possible for people who are very entrenched in smoking to quit, and it's very exciting. And everyone agreed that that was the #1 thing. David Harm says, my biggest surprise from the show was just how amazingly awesome everyone was getting along. I mean, except for TVL, there was absolutely no drama, and it was a humongous love fest. We had a great time. Everybody was happy. It was a beautiful facility. It was absolutely fantastic. It was just great. Nothing else was actually very surprising. Even the drama, I knew TVL was going to be douches. And I knew the Liquor Cannabis Control Board was coming. And, maybe that little squonker mod coming out. I mean, it wasn't surprising to see that design, but it was surprising to see that someone had done it now. So That was like, sort of like, oh, finally, you know, someone did that. What do you think? In the audience, tell me what you think your favorite surprise was from the show. I know Brady and Rob are in there. Maybe they've got some ideas. Yum. Double yum. I have this on about 65 watts. I turn it down just a little. 56. Ooh, that's slightly better. Turning it down made it a little bit more delicious. I can take a longer draw. My restricted air. As you guys know, I love restricted air. I'm like a restricted air boy. Looks like we have a green light over there. Ah, the pineapple is good. Vaping politician said he expected to see more hardware, but it was his first year. Yeah, you know what? There's really not that much hardware at these shows, honestly. I wish there was. I think you have to go to one of the huge shows to see hardware. iJoy brought a ton of hardware, and TVL brought a ton of hardware. USV brought a ton of hardware. That was about it, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, that was the only three. In fact, the fact that iJoy was there was a pretty big deal. It would have been Aspire 2 that would have added a fourth, but you made an astute observation. There isn't tons of hardware at those shows. And it's kind of good for the people who do show up because they end up selling stuff. Like Aspire didn't sell anything at the last show, and that was kind of a mistake. Everyone wanted to buy the Revo. William's loving that Hammer of God setup. And that is so funny. It was William Lingle's Hammer of God that I showed you guys the picture of. Thanks so much for reminding me. Did I get to check it out on the new RDA? I did see your picture. I didn't see the deck, though. Put that in Discord. So, yeah, we're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I want to thank everybody who had anything to do with West Coast Vape Expo, and I want to thank everybody who's tuned into the show, whoever. So thank you so much. We're here Wednesdays and Saturdays. Juicy Jones HQ on Instagram. Click on the link in the description, and you'll find a Discord link for us. An old vape guy, Gary, says, will Aspire be at ECC? You know what? I don't know. We're going to find out before then. Gary, good question. Oh, and William said it's not his. Well, so what? You get credit for it, my friend. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.